When I switched to pro mileage, in my case, I got 46-47% of savings for that car.
Pro mileage was the only one that gave me 5,000 extra value to cover, yet still cheaper, a lot less.
Turn up!
Okay guys, so right here, this is the Bentley Flying Spur, and I think I've said this a few times before, right? I mean, amongst all the ultra luxury brands, Bentley is the brand that I feel that I identify myself most with, right? And if I were to ever get myself into an ultra luxury limo, yeah, the Flying Spur is probably the one that I can see myself in. This one here, this particular version here, now compared to the ones that we are used to with the 4-liter V8, this guy here has a 2.9 V6. Okay, it is the same V6 that you will see in the Porsche Panamera S, the Cayenne S, the Audi RS4. All right, but here, okay, as you can see from that badge, it is supplemented with the efforts of an electric motor. Okay, so this guy here makes a combined output, engine and motor, 400 kilowatts. Okay, so it's more powerful than the V8, and also, of course, I would assume more fuel efficient, lower road tax, and quieter. All right, because especially in stop-go conditions, you have the electric motor coming in to offer you propulsion. Okay, so the basic setup of this, the V6 engine up front, all right, the motor is sandwiched between the engine and transmission, and drive goes to all four wheels. So it's an all-wheel drive. And here's the interesting part of the setup. So the battery, the hybrid battery is mounted at the rear, okay, hanging over the rear. So some of you, when you first hear that, you may think, hey, how would that impact the car's dynamics? And it turns out, at least Bentley engineers claim, it impacts the dynamics quite positively, because, let's see, what happens is that now with the V6 engine, the front end is lighter. Okay, that's one. Then you put a bit more weight, it gets the rear more planted down. So you have a more balanced front to rear weight distribution, and this actually has positive implications on the car's handling. And now, since the media fillers are opening the boot, well, you can see how much things you can pack in the boot. Boot space does not appear significantly compromised. You can see it looks like you can fit a golf bag in there. Maybe you have to mount it slightly diagonally, but this is a large enough boot. All right, and I can show you guys the tail lights. I like the B shape of the tail lights, and you can look closer here. There's these crystal-like detail, all right, on the illumination. Okay, so up here, this is the fuel filler, and over the other side there, that is where you charge the battery. Okay, all right. Sorry guys, recording here in a very, very tight and crowded space. Okay, so this particular unit here, this is a left-hand drive display car that is brought in specially for the launch event. Okay, and whilst we are trying to see what else can we see in the car, look at the headlights, guys. This is the standard Flying Spur headlights, but look at the amount of detail inside there, the crystal-like detail inside there, absolutely exquisite to behold. And I just love the way this car is you know, is styled. It's stately, yet understated. All right, it's not a shouty kind of design. Very overall, very tastefully appointed design, I would say. Now let's come to the side here. Wow, before that, look at this. Look at even the Bentley wings. There's illumination inside there, so that's pretty cool. Okay, And now check out the wheels. So it's of course like as normal of cars with cars in this stature, right? The wheels are staggered size, and you can see quite obviously the rear wheels, there's a more deep dish effect, whereas the front wheels are of a flatter design. All right. So let me just, while the other media are looking inside, let me just show you, give you guys a glimpse of the interior. There's Uncle YS Kong there. Alright, so here's the engine bay, and the front end of the block is about here. Alright, it's about here. So the engine really sits nicely on top of the front axle. The V8, of course, I think will be slightly longer in front. I'm surprised that Bentley didn't mount the engine further back to give the front end of this car better weight distribution. But this is what it is. All right, and just bring you to see the interior. Okay, so it's the same interior as you get in the regular Flying Spur, the same full range of options available. Of course, there will be some hybrid specific controls. Okay, you don't see it here. The display, all right, it's a full digital display. All right, but it's configured to have an analog appearance. Okay, so you have the hybrid specific, E-range display, but otherwise the controls actually, well, it looks pretty much the same as the regular Flying Spur, except you have this E mode button here, right, to control the electronic driving modes. But honestly, I love Bentley interiors, guys. Very, very well built, solid, looks exquisite, looks plush. Not what you call, not overly opulent as Rolls-Royce, but very, very beautifully built. Okay, let me just show you the rear end. Okay, so it's the same options as you get in the it's the same interior as you will get in the regular Flying Spur V8. Wow, nice. I like how the lock and unlock button is integrated in here. So individual seats at the rear, right, with all the nice bolstered supports. Show you guys. So yeah, I'm 170 centimeters tall. Of course, this is very, very comfortable accommodations. So here you can see this nice center tunnel here. This space here nicely carved out to drop your mobile phone. All right, and look at this. Look at the depth of this. So you can really put your hot cuppa inside there, and in here as well you've got an ample charging facilities here. So you have two USB ports and a 12-volt socket. Right. Okay, so very, very nice, lovely setup here. Okay, right, and just to show you, I love this orange colored interior, and the way these seats are finished, absolutely beautiful to behold. So you have aircon vents here, nice wing design, and also on the V pillar. Alright, so so I shall leave the crowded car, and well, you know what they say with Bentleys, right? If you have to ask the price, you probably can't afford it, but well, the fact that you're watching my video, I asked for you, and the cost of one of these, 968,000 ringgit Langkawi price. Okay, so when you factor in options, if you register in Peninsula or East Malaysia, you're probably looking at thereabouts of 2 million ringgit on the road. Okay, so here's it, guys, the Bentley Flying Spur Hybrid. Yeah, a very new, interesting proposition, plug-in hybrid, 2.9 liter V6 engine. So this is a Bentley with, as Bobby highlighted, 1,800 ringgit of road tax. Yeah.